guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Good morning. It's a rainy, misty day today, but it's so warm. It's about 63 degrees. Yet, they're saying we're going to get 6 inches to a foot of snow on Wednesday, which is in 3 days. Can you believe that? I don't believe it. But we'll see what happens. You know how I feel about weathermen. It's the only job in America where you can get it wrong 95% of the time and still keep your job. Thanks to the new Stens hat I got from my friend Nick Iarardi over in West Iceland. As you guys know from a previous episode of this curb-picked free Echo PB-2100 leaf blower, I spent one whole episode getting the coil from a Black & Decker recoil starter into an Echo recoil starter. It took me all day, but I was successful in doing it. After getting that recoil starter in there, we were able to test it and see that there was 5 psi compression. So this engine is DONESKI! Had a couple of subscribers say, hey, you know what? It'd be interesting if you did a teardown of this before you chuck it. Well, I wasn't gonna chuck anything, you know, I keep everything. But I was gonna sell it locally here for like 15, 20 bucks, but nobody's gonna want it, you know what I mean? It's junk. However, the parts on it, such as the magneto, ignition coil, flywheel, switch, not so much the carburetor, but I could always use the carburetor for a future leaf blower, you know what I mean? Gas tank and the recoil starter is worth some money. And yesterday I took the recoil starter off because somebody bought it on eBay for $15. He gave me $20 total, so $5 I spend on shipping, and I'll make $15 off of it. So today I'm gonna take this completely apart, save the parts that I want to keep, and then chuck the rest. First we'll take this fabricated hose chute off. I can't seem to get this one off without removing that. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to have anything there. But I'm just gonna go nuts and use this, my new drill that I got from my buddy Samuel Sandoval over at Red Oaks Mowers. Go check him out on Instagram. I've been trying to get Sam to start his own YouTube channel, and I think his plans are that he will, but he wants to be completely set up and ready to do it. He's going to do some practice first before he gets to it, which is admirable, because people just start doing it as I did. I'm going to have to get a longer one. I just started from just starting it, you know, without any practice, whatever. And as you can, if you guys are have seen my older videos, right? Like my first 10 videos, they sucked. However, it did get the point across, you know what I mean? And that's basically what you want to do. And you know what? You just gotta practice. That's all. You don't get good at videos right away. You gotta just work at it, you know. So I'm just loosening all the Phillips screws that are in here, and we don't really care what order it is, we just want to take it apart. The reason why we're doing this is because we want to find out exactly what the reason was of the 5 psi compression. Now my theory is that the piston rings are compressed into the piston from it being outdoors a lot. Moisture, rust, it keeps the piston rings compressed in there. It doesn't come back out to create the compression, you know? Or the cylinder walls and the piston could be badly scored, allowing air to seep through those seams, and therefore you're not going to get a good seal, therefore you're not going to have any good compression. So it doesn't appear like it's splitting in half. It looks like I might have to remove this screw here, which is for the, it holds. It holds the thing together. Of course, it won't split open because this thing's in the way. All right, looks like we got it. Removing the spark plug wire. What is holding this together?
Henry, why don't you take the spark plug out?
So that's the handle cover. Man, I don't know why this part doesn't come out. On there. Alright, let me try to get this shoe. Alright, so I had to twist this. See how you saw the grooves here? You twist it. So I had to twist it back. And there we go. Now that this thing is split in half, this cover comes right off here. And as you guys saw from my last episode, I told you that this thing just freely spins because it's missing that nut, right? Just like that. So this thing wasn't even spinning. That's the blower fan. Washer. Looks like you can remove this. Let's take this nut off, okay? Is that 9/16? Oh, it's 1 inch. Cup. Spark plug. Guess we could remove the gas tank. Oh boy. Looks like I'm stripping it. Yep, that's going to be a problem. It's stripped. I'm never going to get that gas tank off now. Stupid. Well, when you're in a rush, that's what happens. Look at that. Look at that. How rusted that is. The two studs. Damn. That's what happens when you have such rusty stuff. That's stripped now too. I'm just gonna have a great time today. Took a slotted drive bit to take it out. Carburetor. Remove the linkage. fuel lines. This is the carburetor. I'll save this for someday in the future when I might need it, you know. Alright, well look. There is also a way for you to see if the piston is scored or not by removing the muffler. So I'm going to get a hex tool for this. Samuel Sandoval from Red Oaks Mowers also gave me this set of hex tools, hex wrenches. The handle. Comes in very handy. Thank you, Sam, for all the gifts. Really appreciate your generosity. Sam has been a loyal subscriber for a very long time. And whenever he buys tools, if they're decently priced, he'll get me a set too, because he thinks that I need them so I can make better videos in the future with better tools, which I completely agree. And thank you. Thank you other guys for donating to the channel, as well as your sticker sales. Keeps me motivated. Alright, so I might have to put this screw thing back on if I want to turn it to see the piston. So, just looking, I know you can't see because my big head's blocking, right? I'm going to try to turn it a little bit and look at the condition of the... Got a piece of rust in there. Yeah, well, I just got a whole bunch of stuff in there, so... So looking at the piston rings, they are indeed compressed. The piston rings are compressed into the piston. That's why we have no compression. However, the piston actually looks okay. Like there's no scoring. So it's just the compressed rings is all. That's interesting. But since I sold the recoil starter, I'm not going to try to fix it. But I would like to try to take this thing apart. I mean, this panel just doesn't seem to want to come off, you know? You know why I stripped it before? Because these bolts are actually not Phillips. They're Torx. I'm going to try to get these screws out, okay? Hey guys, how you doing? Hey guys, it's Frank the UPS guy. What's up, Frank the UPS guy?
What's up, Henry?
How you doing, man?
All right, how you doing?
Hey, I got a Christmas present for you. Can you take it today?
Yeah, I can take presents
sure?
any day, yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't know if I'm gonna see you before
yeah.
Christmas.
That'd be great, yeah.
Badass. How you doing? You doing all right?
Yeah, doing all right.
By the way, thanks for the tip. This is Frank the UPS guy's seasonal helper.
My son.
All right. Nice to meet you. It's Mini Frank the UPS guy.
Yeah, mini.
Anyway, a little while back,
Here we go, we're all in it now.
I wasn't really working. Well, this was when I was contemplating quitting my job, you know what I mean? To become a full-time YouTuber. And Frank says to me, he goes, you know, you seem like you got a lot of time. How would you like to be my seasonal Christmas helper?
That's right, yeah.
And I'm like, what does that pay? But it's worth it because I would like to just hang out with Frank for one full day. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to give him his Christmas present now. Ooh, goody. All right, it was good to see Frank and his son, Frank Jr. And of course, I said Frank Jr. just because, you know, that's just what you say, right? And I says, oh, so what is Frank Jr.'s name? He goes, Frank Jr. So his name was Frank Jr. Anyway, I was mistaken. It's not Torx, it's actually Hex. So I had the same one out already anyway. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is right there. And he says to me, why are you working on that piece of junk? And I says, because my subscribers would like to see a teardown video of what it looks like on the inside and how you take everything apart. Well, to be honest with you, to take anything apart, you just loosen every bolt and screw and nut that you can see and it'll come apart. Unless it's welded, which it won't be, you know? So I'm now removing the 2 hex bolts that are very rusted on here. I mean, I could barely turn this thing. This tool was like warping as I was turning it, you know? And as you're turning it, it's very difficult to turn even as it's getting looser, you know? So it's almost like they put Loctite on it or something like that. It feels that way. I know they don't, but it feels that way. So this part here is connected right to the kill wire right there for the ignition switch, on and off. Sorry, 0 or dash. There we go. So this magneto might be worth something. As a matter of fact, I think this magneto ended up to be the same kind of magneto that I paid $15 for. It works on the my Mantis or Little Wonder hedge trimmer. I think it's the same one. See? If I would have just held off for a couple of weeks, I could have saved $15 because I ended up getting the same magneto. But you know, you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? I end up selling a lot of stuff that I end up needing. Like for instance, maybe a month from now, I'll get another one of these things with a bad recoil starter. And I'm like, darn it, I just had a recoil starter for that. But I sold it for money. But anyway, so this is the magneto, the ignition coil or armature. And we know it gets spark, so it works. It works. Alright, like I said before, I stripped the bolt on this, so I can't get the gas tank off unless... Yeah, that's not going to work. So I can't get the gas tank off, it just swivels like that. You know what, I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to get it off. This is going to be difficult to take this engine apart because these bolts are super rusted on there, you know? It's almost like removing a muffler bolt or something, you know? Really difficult. It's starting to mist a little bit harder now. I'm actually getting wet. And in short sleeves. Oh!
Henry, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Shut up. Ooh, that was a good one. All right, let me get this done so that you guys don't have to watch the agony, but you get what I'm saying. Loosen all the bolts that attach the head, the cylinder head onto the block, and I'll show you what we get. Got the last one off. I think it was only 2. It can't be 2. See, now it doesn't come off. Oh, it does. You ready? There it is. You know, that's not a bad block, actually. I don't see any obvious scoring. As you can see here, look at the piston, okay? There's not much scoring at all. It's not bad at all. However, if you see here, it's smooth, right? Well, you're supposed to see the piston rings pop out. Or like they say in Canada, pop out. So that's it. This is a common issue with this stuff. If you don't mix your fuel mixture correctly, whether it be 40-to-1 or 50-to-1, you either have too much gas or too much oil. So too much gas and too much oil is going to cause issues. See, actually, look at this. Do you guys see the holes there? That doesn't look normal to me. Does that look normal to you? See the little hole there and the little hole there? That I've never seen before. So I think this piston is DONESKI! So I've been trying to get the gas tank nut off. Can't. So I'm just gonna remove the flywheel. Keep the whole assembly until one day I'll need the gas tank, which I doubt. Or maybe I'll try to drill out the hole. I don't know. A lot of work, but do it all for you guys. That's right. And the keyway is right. It's fine. Remember I thought that maybe the keyway was it? There we go. There's a perfectly good flywheel. And it has a built-in key. I don't know where that's from. It was stuck on the magnet. So that's it. That's pretty much complete disassembly of it, with the exception of that one nut that one screw I can't get off to get the gas tank off. I just can't do it. Oh look, I could still take these off. Alright, there we go guys. We're finished now. I have taken everything apart. Every little bit. So there we go. Here's the crankshaft and the piston, the connecting rod. I don't think these connecting rods ever break. At least I've never seen it. But I'm a little confused about the piston rings, okay? It looks like the holes are indeed stock, with the exception of maybe that one. There's no split in the rings. So how do you even install the rings, is what I'm saying, right? I don't see the slit in them where you slip them on. So I don't even know how you put the rings on here. And because there's no split in them, how does it come out? Or does it not come out at all? You know what I mean? Or what's the purpose of having the rings there if it doesn't do anything? You know, because I hardly feel any grooves. And if it doesn't compress, then how does it work, you know? So I don't get that. Also, is there supposed to be a hole there? There's a hole there and 2 holes there. Is that normal? See, that's what's good about taking apart stuff that you've never taken apart, because you can really study and see why what is what, you know? Why is that there? And that hole doesn't look like a symmetrical hole. It looks damaged. It's not a perfect hole, you know? It's almost like cracked or something. So that's that. It's the other half of it. Bearings. I'm not going to keep these. I'm going to chuck these. Never going to use that again. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, you know? This cylinder seems to be good though. I have a feeling that I might need this someday. And it doesn't take up much room. Maybe I'll just keep it for the hell of it, because one day I might use it for something, you know? Because I know I'll regret it if I throw this away. I'm just gonna keep it. I have this box. Just throw all this stuff in a box. Got this here.
Get off! Look! Look down at the handle.
The other half over here.
Down in the window.
Did finally get the gas tank off, but I might have over drilled too close to this. I don't think I busted it, so I think it's okay. So I might use this someday, and I don't think I can sell it. I mean, there's a lot of them online, but I don't think I could sell it. Muffler, I always have 1,000 of those. I will sell this flywheel though. Muffler. I'm gonna need this someday, I know it. Just gonna throw everything in there. I have a special place for carburetors and magnetos. I'll put all these screws and stuff in a little baggie that one day I'll need them. Lower fan. Just throw them all in there, I don't care. Anyway, so that's it. So I guess you guys are wondering what I'm doing now. Well, as I was putting those parts into a box and into my shed, taking pictures of the parts that I was going to list on eBay, I got a text from Nick from Belport. Remember, he's Nick from Belport now, not Nick from Medford, because he just moved to Belport. He has this Scots by John Deere. Has a good deck and everything. He got it just to take the engine out, and now he doesn't want the carcass. He tried to sell it for like $75 locally, no bites. So he's giving it to me. In return, he asked me if I had any weed whackers to give him. I said I didn't because I was still waiting for that part, which I now have, but he said that I'll just take his weed whacker home and I'll fix his recoil. That's the only thing that's wrong with it. I have a lot of recoil starters from parts that 5-Speed Ash gave me, so I'll try to fix his weed whacker and give it back to him. So I'm on my way to Belport now. It's kind of a lousy day. But that's gonna have to wait until tomorrow. Thanks a lot for joining me on today's episode. Teardown of an Echo PB-2100 leaf blower. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Ah, look at that, baby.
I'm just giving him one of my stickers.
See you next time. Mowers and Blowers.
Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video, and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.